All right, y'all, trigger warning, because this is not going to be an easy conversation, but I think it's time we had it. If you want to manifest your highest potential, if you want to manifest your best life, you first have to understand that you cannot do so unless you're living authentically. Your best life and joy go together. Your best life and honesty go together. Your best life and authenticity go together. Your best life and love go together. Your best life and disrespect, not so much. Fear of people judging you, not so much. So you first have to understand that you need to live authentically in order to amount to your highest potential. So you have to ask yourself a very brutally honest question. If your sister wasn't your sister, if your brother wasn't your brother, if your mom wasn't your mother, if your dad wasn't your dad, would you hang out with these people? Would you? Would you be friends with these people? The answer is really simple, right? You know, nah, I wouldn't hang out with them, or yes, I would. Okay, that should let you know whether or not you're living authentically. See, you've been told by society to always say, I love my family, but do you really though? Or are you just saying that because you've been conditioned to say that? Not an easy question to answer, but when you get honest with yourself, when you get radically honest with yourself, then you can start to answer these. So for me, I'm not going to say I love you if you constantly abuse me, if you constantly disrespect me. That is not love to me. And if I ask you over and over and over again to treat me with kindness and you don't, and you keep violating my boundaries, I don't love you. I don't align with you. All right. So once you start answering these questions, you'll be able to get on the right path where you're fully in alignment with the universe. See, you can think that you're choosing your life, but you're not in charge. The universe has a plan for you. And that's why so many people will get in a car accident or they'll get sick all of a sudden. Most of the time it's because we're being really fucking stubborn. We're not listening. We want it our way. We want everyone to get along, even though they keep disrespecting us. So the universe intervenes and says, nah, babe, you're not doing this anymore. Here, we're going to make you sick, even though we're not making you sick. You're making yourself sick. And so we're going to wake you up. We're going to slow you down so you can rearrange your life, so that you can start living more authentically, so that you can learn how to love yourself. Okay, so the name of the game is getting really honest, because if you're not honest, you're still living inauthentically. And if you're living inauthentically, you're living a lie. So if you're living a lie, can you achieve your highest potential? Of course not. In your highest potential, you are free as a bird. You are happy as a clam. You're laughing constantly. So you have to ask yourself, do I love these people? Or have I been told that I need to say that? Most of you have been told that you need to say that. If you don't like your brother or your sister, your mom, if you wouldn't hang out with them, then what are you doing? See, for me, what happened is I was able to get along with people for 15, 20 years, hoping they would maybe change. But I kept getting violated, right? And there came a point where they kept asking me to get along with everyone, Phil, keep it on the surface. We don't want to talk about this. They were basically asking me to betray who I am, to betray my integrity, to betray my truth. And I did it for 15 years. I did it with a pure intention, hoping that they would change. And eventually I said, no more. You're basically telling me not to be Phil. Do you realize that by saying that, you're telling me that you don't like me as a person? That's essentially what you're telling me, is that you don't like me as a person, and I can't fake it anymore. So once you start taking your power back and you start living radically authentically, then you're going to start to float up. You're going to start to move into your higher potential, but you got to get honest. See, a lot of the people that you tolerate, they don't celebrate you. They don't support you. Love is really simple. You feel supported. When you open up and share your feelings, people listen to you. They take the time to empathize and to say, babe, I hear you. I'm so sorry you're going through that. They don't always gaslight you and twist your words and take shit out of context. So you gotta start investigating your life, asking yourself what you're still allowing, because if you're allowing disrespect, no one's going to respect you. So you're never going to make it to your highest potential. When you're living your best life, people respect you because you've achieved something. If you allow people to mistreat you and abuse you, why would you make it on top? You wouldn't make it to the top because you don't even see yourself. How can the world see you and respect you if you don't see and respect you? So this is why we're living in a critical time where you have to decide who you're going to be in this world. Are you going to be on the side of love, on team love, where it's about support, integrity, honesty, vulnerability? Or are you going to keep contaminating yourself and contaminating the world by tolerating and allowing disrespect. But by allowing people to mistreat you, to scapegoat you, you are basically signing off on, okay, yeah, this is okay. So you're not living in your highest integrity. When you start living in your highest integrity, you will not associate with people who are manipulative. You will no longer associate with people who lie to you, who cheat on you, who gaslight you, who mistreat you, who abuse you. You won't associate with any of these people anymore because there's only love. In my book, there's only love. We're either going to respect each other, support each other, even if we don't always agree, we're going to support each other, or we're not on team love. And it's that simple, okay? You make it complicated, but it's really simple when you drop into your heart and you get honest about the situation. I love you.